and that's why I'm proud to be the party who's voting against it today.
What a disgrace. Hate the military. Speaker.
I call the honourable member David Bennett.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and it gives me great pleasure to speak in regard to the National War Memorial Park Pukeahu Empowering Bill. And first of all, I'd like to thank the Minister for his introduction to this bill, and I'd like to give special mention to the Labour Party and to thank them for the way that they have spoken on this bill and the work that they've done in the past, and also the agreement from them to help in the committee stages as we go through this somewhat truncated process. And I'd like to draw special attention to the committee members from the Labour Party who are very helpful and can work well with all parties to achieve the right things for this country. And I think that's important for us to note, that this is a bipartisan approach here. It's very disappointing, however, to hear from the Green Party, who have now left the chamber, that they do not support this bill.
Point of order. Holly Walker.
It's Holly Walker.
That's what I said.
I believe it's inappropriate for the member to refer to the absence of another member in the chamber.
Actually, the member is right. If he did do that, then he shouldn't. But I never heard him say that. And the honourable the member saying he didn't do it.
The Green Party, not the member. So.
Speaking of point of the honourable Trevor Miller.
I think the member did breach the convention, but it is just for Holly Walker. It is a convention rather than a standing order, I think. And the problem is when one draws attention to it, actually all they do is emphasise the fact that what's happened, and that's generally not a good thing.
Yes, can I just say that members should look at Speaker's Rulings 24/4. It's inappropriate to refer to the absence of members from the chamber because each and every one of us at one stage or another needs to leave the chamber. I call the honourable member David Bennett.
But I think it is sad that the Green Party won't support this bill. And when they talk about the Resource Management Act and a road being 5 years old and the times of austerity, you don't want to take the road up and do anything. That's just rubbish, to be honest. This is something that many parliaments have worked on over many years. It's something that is in the best interests of us as a country to think of the culture and heritage of our country. It's about paying tribute to those people that have made sacrifices for the freedoms we enjoy here in this room today. It's about having some pride in our history and doing the right thing. And maybe this will be a lesson for the Green Party that should they ever be close to getting into government, that maybe they need to do the right thing when they're in government and not what they think necessarily is in their best interest. And that is a big if, as the Minister says. And it's very sad that in this House they have not agreed to this bill today. But they did ask for one question, and that's why you want to do it. And well, there is a reason, and that's to get it finished by 2015. And that's what this bill is enabling the government to do. It's to make sure that the effort that's gone in past years is completed, and so that we have it ready in time for April 2015. And that's important as a very important date in our political but also country's calendar.
Annette can be mayor when it's open.
Yes, and we may have Annette as mayor when it opens, we're hearing. But this bill grants the necessary authorisations and property rights and works with the different departments to achieve this purpose. And we look forward to Annette being there as the mayor, and that should be an interesting process if that comes to fruition as well. But, Mr Speaker, this bill represents an important part of our culture and our history, and the symbolism of memorial parks are very valid and important, and Wellington is the capital of New Zealand. It is a place where you have large art and cultural meaning for this country. It's a place where the Parliament is based. It is also fitting that we have a memorial of this stature and calibre to represent the immense sacrifices and pride that we take in our country's past and also in our ability to go forward together. So I'd like to recommend this bill to the House. I'd like to thank the Minister and also to thank the Labor Party for their support, and we look forward to other parties in this House supporting it as it goes through. Thank you, Mr Speaker.
I call the honourable member Andrew